Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
You are Mr. Jain. Vineet
Yes.
Jain.
Yes.
अपने बारे में कुछ बताइए.
Sir, my name is Vineet Jain and I am basically from Uttar Pradesh. Currently, I am living in Delhi for last 4 years. I have done my basic schooling till class 12 from Uttar Pradesh only. After that, I got into Indian Institute of Technology, Palakkad, from where I did my BTech in Civil Engineering.
It's slow.
Yes.
It's slow.
Yes. So, in 2023 itself, I did my BTech. So, after that, I gave GATE exam and this year I got All India rank 11. And because of that, I am currently working in Engineers India Limited as management trainee.
Excellent. What are your hobbies?
Sir, some of my hobbies are I like to cook in my free time to relieve stress, and also like to play table tennis in my free time. And yes, sir.
Painting is your hobby.
No.
Painting is also your hobby.
No, sir.
I think you have written it somewhere. Class 12. Powerlifting.
Sir, gym, strength training in gym. So,
पेंटिंग एंड इंफॉर्मेटिक्स किसमें लिखा है? कुछ अच्छा उसमें होगा. समवेयर यू हैव रिटन सम पेंटिंग एंड इंफॉर्मेटिक्स.
किसी और का डैफ होगा.
सर वो सब्जेक्ट था.
सब्जेक्ट था क्या?
यस, 12th क्लास में.
ओके. यस यस. पेंटिंग एंड व्हाट वाज दिस एट 12? दिस इज सब्जेक्ट.
Sir, it was an optional subject I had to choose, so I chose painting as a subject.
Why?
Sir, actually, to be honest, I was preparing for IIT JEE at that time, so I want to give more time to that, so I took painting because it was
Consuming less time.
Yeah, for the painting.
What has been great event in Delhi recently?
Sorry, sir.
What has been a great event
So
in Delhi? G20.
Yes.
What do you think has impressed you or excited you about G20?
Yes, sir. Sir, firstly, like so many delegatories of different countries came to us. There was a major security concerns, as we know. So the security that has been taken place by the government I was pretty impressed by the security. Also, sir, the roads that were cleaned and like maintained in a very short span of time was also good event. Also, sir, on the day Saturday night, like heavy rain occurred in Delhi. So like waterlogging also took place in that event, so they cleared it within an hour, so that was a great achievement for the government.
There is logistics part of it. जो G20 का spirit क्या रहा? What does G20 means?
Yes, sir. Sir, it is basically like 19 countries and one European Union came together to discuss about mostly it is kind of an economic forum only. So basically they discussed about economic. Moreover, sir, Russia Ukraine was also discussed about, and energy security and food security was also discussed in that meeting. And one major outcome was that African Union was like allocated a part of G20 from next year.
Good, excellent. Please.
Okay. So hi Vineet. As you said that cooking is your hobby.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know hypsometric leveling in surveying?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Sir, based on pressure, we try to do the leveling, because as we go higher, the pressure decreases. So we try
Based on pressure.
Yes.
And then what is barometric leveling?
Yes. Sir, hypsometric leveling is around pressure. Sir, barometric leveling is about
Barometric
pressure.
leveling
Yes,
is relating or calibrating the pressure versus height.
Yes, sir.
Then what is hypsometric leveling?
So, sorry, I'm not able to recall, but I.
Okay. Is hypsometric leveling related to the boiling point of water?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then the boiling point of water will be more in Goa or it will be more in Everest?
Sir, like it will be like less on Everest. more on go.
Why the reason?
Sir, because the air density will be less on average, so it will take less time to cook the food.
Okay, good, Vineet. What is underream pile?
Sir, we use underream pile in basically expensive soil. It contains multiple bulbs, kind of thing that like increase the load carrying capacity of the pile.
Okay, and what is greater, phi index or W index?
Phi index is greater.
What is the reason?
Sir, basically it also includes the infiltration into the consideration.
Okay, it includes infiltration or losses?
Infiltration losses.
Infiltration losses, where W index is not considering about the loss. Okay. Now, as you have scored very good rank in GATE in consecutive 2 years,
Yes.
so there are many questions where there is losses are taken as 0. Still, if you calculate phi index is greater than W index, in most of the questions that came to you, the losses are not there. You assume that losses are 0. Still, while calculating, you got phi index a bigger magnitude than W index. Why?
Yes, sir. Sir, basically in W index, we do not consider the intensity of the rainfall, like runoff taken place. So in phi index, we generally subtract the intensity which is greater than the W index. So firstly, if we are calculating the phi index, first we have to calculate the W index, and then we have to reduce that intensity so that we can get the runoff.
Okay, ये phi index और W index ये सही चीजें हैं? Are they realistic things or they are average things? मतलब they are actually taking place in the catchment area. The phi index is an actual thing in a catchment area, or it is just a hypothetical thing? Is this the actual infiltration that is going to take place in soil?
Sir, I am unaware of the
I
practical.
want to say, suppose phi index is 3 millimeter per hour. That means at every second the water which is going to the groundwater table or infiltrated is 3 mm, or it is going with the intensity of 3 mm per hour, or it may be some different also.
Sir, I think we average out it. We average it out.
Okay. What is Horton's curve?
Sir, Horton's curve is a curve that tells us the infiltration capacity, how it varies with time.
Okay. And Horton's curve is an increasing function or a decreasing function with increase in time?
So decreasing function.
Why?
Sir, because as the soil get saturated, its capacity to get the water down decreases.
Okay. So that means Horton curve is in reality showing the actual infiltration. Phi index and W index are hypothetical
Yes.
things that are the average.
Yes.
Okay. While calculating stopping side distance in highway, you take reaction time as 2.5 seconds.
Yes, sir.
From where that 2.5 second come?
PIEV theory, sir.
Okay. And while calculating OSD, what is the reaction time?
2 seconds.
So why it is more in SSD and less in OSD? Why we take a greater reaction time in SSD?
Sir, I don't know the exact reason. If you allow, can I try an attempt?
Yes, you can.
Sir, because in SSD we are trying to stopping the vehicle. So I think our reaction will be more because there is a chance of collision. But in overtaking, we are just trying to overtake another vehicle. So I think we can make a quick reaction in that.
Okay. And which is more critical, SSD or OSD? What is mandatory? ये तो provide करना ही करना है. That should
Sir,
be
SSD provide करना ही पड़ेगा.
Okay, OSD नहीं भी provide करे तो it's okay ना? We can provide OSD zone at some distances.
हाँ, पूरे हाईवे पे जरूरी नहीं है देना. We can provide at some distances. We can provide overtaking.
Okay. And Vineet, एक बात बताओ. Suppose there are two cars, two different vehicles, and vehicle 1 is having a retardation of 2 meter per second square, and vehicle 2 has a retardation of 8 meter per second square. That means vehicle 2 has a bigger retardation. So which will stop first? Vehicle 2. If we apply the brake and both vehicles are moving with constant velocity, that which will stop first? Vehicle 1 or 2?
2 will.
Because it has a greater retardation.
Yes.
And what is the formula for SSD? For 0% terrain, for a flat region?
So it's 0.278 into V into TR plus V square by 254F.
Correct. In this whole formula, is there any factor of retardation?
No, sir.
Then why the vehicle which is moving with a greater retardation should be having a stopper or should be having a smaller stopping distance? Because उस formula में तो कहीं पे retardation का acceleration का term आ ही नहीं रहा. You are understanding what I am asking? कि vehicle 2 का retardation ज़्यादा है तो वो जल्दी रुकेगी. But the formula that we use in SSD, in that whole formula, if I tell in SI units, it is Vt plus V square by 2 mu g. Then in that whole formula, there is not a single factor of retardation. So गलती कहाँ हो रहा है ये? कि actual में हमें लग रहा है कि retardation will be a factor, but in formula the factor is not coming.
Sir, I think that in V square by 254F we consider like because there is acceleration factor in that friction factor. In braking characteristic there is we use that, so I think there it will be compulsory.
Okay, acceleration is minus of F into G, na?
Yeah.
So that in F, A is also coming.
Yeah.
Okay, Vineet, and sometimes in surveying, na, we say that altitude of a place is 200 meters or 2000 feet or 4000 meters. And sometimes we say that elevation of that point is 200 meters. So when we use elevation and when we use altitude,
Yes, sir.
what is the difference between elevation and altitude?
Sir, basic difference is that in one thing we use from MSL, in another thing we use from any ground level also.
वो one thing कौन सा है? Which is that one thing in which we take reference as MSL, that is elevation or that is altitude?
Sir, altitude.
Okay, good. And we need in chain surveying, na, how many corrections you do for chain for a length that is measured with chain?
Sir, there is a correction for standardization. Also, sir, there is pull correction is there.
Correction of slope.
Slope correction is also there, sir. Yes.
In chain there are only two corrections, na? Standardization and slope. And what are the corrections in tape?
Sir, there are many corrections in tape. There is standardization also, slope also, pull also, temperature, sag correction, MSL correction.
Okay. Now my question, there are actually two corrections in chain, that is standardization and slope. And there are 7 corrections in tape: standardization, slope, pull, temperature, sag, misalignment and correction due to MSL. Now my question is, why we are only applying 2 corrections when we are measuring the length with chain, and we are applying 7 corrections when we are measuring the length with tape? ऐसा भेदभाव क्यों? Why this difference?
Sir,
Because in chain also there will be a temperature effect. In chain also there will be a misalignment effect. In chain also there will be a mean sea level correction. But why only 2 corrections in chain and 7 corrections in tape?
Sir, I don't know the exact reason. Like, if I can try.
Yes, you can try.
Sir, like I think that chain is kind of heavy also. So to apply the sag correction and pull correction, it will be difficult. Also, sir, in chain there are no graduations are there. So I think it will be difficult to compute that kind of correction in that.
Okay.
But I don't know if I am right or wrong.
Okay. Vineet, suppose a chain has a least count of 20 centimeters. Okay, chain can have a different least count depending upon it is a Gunter chain or metric chain or engineering chain. Suppose I am talking of a engineering chain and it has a least count of 20 centimeters.
Yes, sir.
And suppose a true length of a line is 144 centimeters. So from that chain you are measuring either 140 or 160. Correct? You cannot measure 144 from chain, na?
Yes.
So already there is a large amount of error that will be there because of large least count.
Yes.
That is why no significant requirement of applying small corrections. But in tape you measure very accurately. That is why to make it more precise you apply many corrections. Okay. And Vineet, tell me that in highway engineering now, or while you are moving in a highway, what do you like more? Going through the rotary or signals?
Sir, rotary.
Because you don't have to stop.
Yes, sir.
Then why there are not much rotaries in the country and there are many signals? हमको रोटरी ज़्यादा बनाना चाहिए, रुकना नहीं पड़ता उसमें.
Sir, जगह नहीं है इतनी, sir. It requires large area.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So,
And nothing about volume.
like also volume is a consideration. 500 to 3000 PCU per hour can be so on traffic more can be developed. Moreover, it is easy to give traffic signal. Rotary requires much construction and time will be taken.
Okay. And if you have heard about or you have seen the Cosin-Karman equation
In soil mechanics.
in soil mechanics,
Yes, sir.
what is that? Can you tell me what it is relating, which parameters of soil?
Yes, sir. Sir, it tells about the permeability relates with the diameter of the soil grain, and fluid properties, and the other K parameters are there,
Okay.
and void ratio also.
Okay. Now we need, with, if you take that formula as reference, then with increase in void ratio, permeability will increase or decrease?
Increase, sir.
Keeping that formula in mind, because E cube is in the numerator, it will increase. Now tell me my second question, that permeability of a coarse grain soil is more or fine grain soil is more?
So permeability of a coarse grain soil is
Coarse grain soil is more. But with that formula, with a bigger void ratio, the permeability is more, and bigger void ratio is in fine grain soil. Fine grain soil has a more void ratio than coarse grain soil. Then that formula is wrong.
Sir, but the size of voids are more in for coarse grain soil.
Yes, that formula is relating when you are comparing two soils of same size. If you are comparing fine grain soil and fine grain soil, then which is having a greater void ratio will be having more permeability.
One variable D is also there. So if we keep it constant, then void ratio can be compared. But D is not constant, of course.
Good. Okay, Vineet, my last question. Suppose effective stress at a point is 100 kilopascal.
Okay.
Okay, and that point is below water table. That means saturation is 1. Now you suddenly applied a stress at the ground level of 20 kilopascal. Then just after application of load, what will be the effective stress at that point? I repeat, effective stress at a particular point is 100 kilopascal. That point is below groundwater table. That means saturation is 0. Effective stress is 100. Now you apply a surcharge of 20 kilopascal at ground. Just after application of load, what will be the effective stress at that point?
100 only.
Okay, why there is no change?
Sir, total stress will be 120, increased by 20, and pore water pressure also increased by 20. So
And after long time?
Sir, it will be 120.
Okay, thank you, Vineet. Okay,
sir. First of all, we will talk from your application form, and then we will discuss some technical questions.
Sure.
Is that fine?
Yes.
First of all, do let me know what is the best thing you did today?
Today, sir?
Yes.
Sir, I traveled to Noida for the first time. I didn't travel to Noida. There was much traffic also. So that was the thing that I did today. Nothing more than that.
It is good memory or a bad memory?
Sir, how this interview went, it will depend on that.
All right.
Yes.
So your date of birth is 16th of May. Is it significant or is it important in any way, 16th of May?
Sir, it is not that important, but there is a day, it is celebrated International Day of Lights. So only one significance, a little bit is there. International Day of Light is celebrated on 16th of May.
All right.
So sir, it is significant for me as I was born that.
Yes, that is honest and true answer. And you have done your graduation from IIT Palakkad. So the government has opened lot of IITs recently. So in your opinion, is it a good move, or what do you think about opening so many IITs?
Yes. Sir, I can give a personal experience because I am from a third generation IIT. So my college life was not that good because the infrastructure of the college was not built, and we were living in a temporary campus of another college. So I think it is like government has thought like better only, but the infrastructure development could be increased faster. So I think that is lacking. Moreover, sir, like a brand name IIT, if many colleges are open, so that also decrease a little bit. So I think now it is fine. 23 IITs are good. So like it is my personal opinion that it is good now. So I think, but more on the infrastructure development should be paced up. So I think that could be done.
All right. Good, great. And you have chosen Border Roads Engineering Services as your last preference.
Yes, sir.
Why it is so?
Sir, actually, we all know that Border Road Organization is doing pretty good in the infrastructure development in the border areas. But as I have talked with my parents and seniors, I thought that it is my like relative preferences according to the discussion. Moreover, sir, like the challenges, I have my interest in urban area development and infrastructure. Like Central Vista project is going on nowadays, so I have interest in these urban area development. So this is my relative preference.
So if you are given a chance to work towards rural development, then you will not prefer that.
Sir, I will surely prefer it, but my first preference goes accordingly, sir.
All right. And you have participated in powerlifting also, right?
Yes, sir. In my first year, I did it.
Okay. What is the difference between powerlifting and weightlifting?
Yes, sir. Sir, in powerlifting, there are like 3-4 things. In weightlifting, there are like squats is there, there is deadlift. But in powerlifting, there is called clean and jerk is there. So we like push it to our limits. So that is powerlifting.
Acha, in weightlifting there is no clean and jerk?
I don't think so, sir.
Okay. Any powerlifting champion you know in India or international?
Sir, I know, but I am unable to recall the name as of now, sir.
Okay. And you have represented your college in many occasions. What are those many occasions?
Sir, I have been a coordinator of my techno-cultural fest in college in my 4th year. Also, sir, I have been to IIT Bombay for 1 or 2 inter-IIT competitions. Yes, sir.
So, have you ever shown your leadership qualities?
Yes, sir.
Where?
Sir, like our college is a new institute, so in 2019 when I got into the college, the fest that is organized by the college was first time that was being organized by students. So that time the footfall of the fest was very less. It was around 900 or 1000 only. And after that COVID came. So for 2 years the fest was not taken place offline. But I participated in all the fest. But when I got into my 4th year, like I took the chance to coordinate the fest. So at that time, I coordinated with all the different teams that was there, like the media team, technical team, cultural team, and the footfall has increased multiple times. So it was around 4000 in the 4th year. Also, sir, the budget was increased by about 50%, and we were able to save some budget also for the next fest. So I think that was my leadership skill. Also, sir, I was able to like prepare for this tough exam along with my college and do all this. That was also a good quality.
How many volunteers were working under you during your coordination of this fest?
Yes, sir. Sir, there were about 5 teams, and in each team there were about 15 to 17 volunteers.
Okay, and all the teams were under you, under your guidance only.
Yes, sir. I was basically taking the report from them. Yes, sir. They were under me only.
Okay. So when your subordinates criticize you, how do you handle that? For your leadership qualities.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, as of now, they have not criticized me because the fest went very well. Moreover, sir, we have listened to everyone. There were WhatsApp groups for each team, and if there were any query, it was sorted as 10 only. So as of now, there was no criticism I faced.
Okay. And you had been part of the table tennis team also in your college sports meet.
Yes, sir.
What is the engineering concept applies in table tennis?
Sir, boundary layer theory is used, but I'm not like much into the technical aspect of it. So, but I know that fluid mechanics and boundary layer plays a role in table tennis play.
Okay. What is the difference between spin and swing? There are 2 terms,
Yes.
spin and swing.
Yes, sir.
That happens in table tennis also. That
Yes.
happens mostly in all the outdoor games.
Mhm.
So what is the difference between these 2 terms?
Sir, I have a vague idea about it. Sir, spin is basically if we hit the ball with the racket in such a way that it spins around. So there is a top spin and there is a bottom spin. So if we take the racket and hit it from the edge of the ball in the upward direction, then it will be top spin. And if we take the bat and hit the ball in the lower direction, like the tangentially we hit the ball in the lower direction, so it will be a bottom spin. And swing is basically after hitting the like in air only it changes direction, so that is swing.
Acha. What is the fluid mechanics concept, or what that term called, which is applied to spin or the swing? Have you heard about Magnus
Yes,
effect?
Magnus effect.
What is that, and does it apply to the spin of a ball or the swing of a ball?
Sir, I don't know.
What is Magnus effect?
Sir, I don't know.
You have no idea. All right. And cooking is also one of your hobby.
Yes, sir.
Any engineering concept we apply in cooking?
Yes, sir. In like if we want to cook fast, then we use pressure cooker. So
Why do we use pressure cooker?
sir, like it holds the vapor inside the pot only, so it cooks fast. It
So
holds the heat inside the pot. So
Why don't we use then insulated container?
sir, insulated container, it will be difficult to transfer the heat first from the outside to the inside.
Okay. So when it holds the vapor for longer duration, so how it helps in cooking faster? What is the science?
Sir, it is something related to vapor pressure, I think, but I'm not sure about it. So
Okay. All right. Do you know the Hagen-Poiseuille equation? Have you heard about it in fluid mechanics?
yes, sir.
Why do we use that? Where do we use that?
Sir, in pipe flow we use.
Okay. To calculate what?
Sir, discharge or velocity.
Okay. In laminar or turbulent?
Laminar flow, sir.
Laminar flow. only.
Also, sir, head loss we calculate because of that in Hagen-Poiseuille equation.
Okay. Can you write the Hagen-Poiseuille equation? Mathematical expression.
Yes, sir, I can try.
Give it a try.
Yes, sir.
Show it like this.
Sir, it's 128 mu QL upon pi d to the power 4.
And what is on the left hand side?
So delta P.
Delta. So, is it having density also?
Sir, if we divide, then we can get the head loss by rho g. If we divide, then we can get the
Okay, so delta P depends on density or not?
Sir, it will depend.
It will depend on the density. Okay, fine. And what is Archimedes' principle?
Yes, sir. Sir, it was given by Archimedes, like it is basically the weight of the any body that is submerging in the fluid. It is equal to the weight of the liquid displaced. So that is Archimedes' principle.
So, what is the maximum value of volume of the fluid displaced can be? What can be the maximum value?
Sir, weight of any body is that we are trying to insert in a fluid is equal to the weight of the fluid displaced, sir.
Is that correct?
I think yes, sir.
Okay. So, how much the volume of the fluid displaced can be maximum by a body? Maximum volume of fluid displaced.
Sir, if we have a fixed body, the body is fixed.
Yes. Fixed means what? It is a rigid body.
Yes, sir.
Ah.
Sir, equivalent to its weight, like
Equal to its
density
volume.
density of body into.
I think this is Archimedes' principle works on volume. the amount of volume which goes into it in the water, the amount of volume it displaces, उसका weight उसके बराबर आएगा. Volume is very important.
Weight of the body is not equal
Weight is
to
not equal.
weight of the fluid displaced. That is a different thing altogether.
It's a volume which gets displaced. The volume of water which is getting displaced. उसका जितना weight होगा उतना उसको minus हो जाएगा उसके weight से. But volume is important.
Okay, sir.
You are talking about the condition for equilibrium of a body which is immersed.
Yes.
That is not the Archimedes principle.
That is.
I misunderstood, sir.
Yeah.
All right. So, sir, my part is over.
Okay.
Over to you, sir.
So, Vineet, you must have studied stress strain diagram. Stress strain diagram.
Yes.
For mild steel, you say, no? For stress strain diagram for mild steel. Mild steel is nothing but low carbon steel. So, why we call it mild steel? And it is low carbon steel. Why we give the name of mild steel?
Sorry, I don't know.
Okay, no issues. So, do you know about principal stresses?
Yes, sir.
So, can you define principal stress?
Sir, principal stress is any stress that is occurring on principal planes.
Okay.
Normal stress occurring on principal planes, and principal planes are those planes on which there will be no shear stress.
Okay. So, can you tell me about plane of maximum shear?
Yes, sir. Sir, they are inclined to 45 degrees on principal planes.
Okay. On that, normal stress is there or not?
Yes, sir.
What is that value?
Sir, they both normal stress are equal on both the plane, and it is like we use stress invariant. So
Can you tell me the value of normal stress on the plane of maximum shear in terms of principal stresses?
so sigma p1 plus sigma p2 divided by 2.
Okay. So one more thing, what are the various methods to calculate principal stresses?
So graphical method and analytical method.
Any third method?
Sir, I have studied these two.
Okay. If I give you stress tensor,
Oh,
can
yes,
you use
sir, in strain rosette we can calculate.
strain rosette is a way to measure the strain, I feel.
From that we can calculate principal stress also.
Okay. So from strain rosette, can you also measure the shear strains? Or
Yes.
only normal strains?
So here we can measure shear strain also.
We can measure shear strain as well. How?
Sir, there is formula.
So that is not measurement, na? That is
Measure-
calculation. Measurement means what we measure with
like,
that is calculation, what you are saying.
no, sir.
So, okay. So what is core, kern or kernel in columns?
Sir, it is basically an area in which if we apply the load, there will be no tension in the column.
Okay. But why we don't want any tension?
Sir, because column is mostly made up of concrete and it is good in compression. So
Okay. So do you know that all other materials which are good in shear as well? Like you said, they are good in compression. So are there any material which are good in shear?
sir, beams are good in shear.
Beams are good in shear. Okay. So if we compare the compressive and shear strength of the beam, which one will be better?
Sir, I think shear strength will be better, but
Shear strength.
I'm
will
not
be better.
sure.
Okay. So you also aware about theory of failures. That is a topic there in engineering services. Why we need theories of failures?
Sir, theories of failure basically tells us what factor of safety we have for a particular loading on the structure. Also, it like if there is complex loading, then it reduces it to a single loading, like in unidirectional loading, so that it can be easily understood.
So how we can convert, if something is complex, how we can convert it into uniaxial? It is like I am having a very big problem and I think like it is not. Then it is not going to convert just by looking at that.
Like sir, basic of that is it tells us what factor of safety we are having if we are having a particular type of loading on a structure, because we know under what stress the structure will fail. So we will calculate the factor of safety and make our structure safe for future loading.
So you are saying that theory of failure will be telling you when that structure is getting failed.
Or what factor of safety
So
we
then why we are having tension test, all those tests, when we are getting that from theories of failure, then why we are doing for that UTM testing? Because that gives us the yield strength, ultimate strength. Yield strength is where failure starts, ultimate is where fracture happens. So that we are knowing from the tension test. Why we need to go for theory of failure?
So like this UTM test tells us about the strength of the concrete that we are making.
Okay.
And yes sir, concrete. So after using it on the structure, then if the loading is applied on that structure, so we will calculate the factor of safety on that for that particular loading using this theory of failure.
Okay. So what are the various theories of failure you have studied?
Sir, principal stress theory, principal strain theory, shear stress theory, distortion energy theory, and shear strain theory.
Which one is best for ductile?
Sir, distortion energy theory. Sir.
Why?
So that I don't know, sir.
Okay, no issues. So whenever we are talking about stress and strain, stress is coming due to strain or strain is coming due to stress?
Sir, stress is coming due to restricted strains.
Okay, due to restricted strain. Okay, so is it possible that we would be having the cases like stress is there, strain is not there? Can we have a case where strain is 0 but stress is there?
Yes, sir. Thermal stresses.
Where strain is not there,
Yes, sir.
stress is there. What is that case?
Sir, if I am holding a block, I am completely straining it, like restraining it from any tension, like extension. But if I am increasing the temperature, then there will be stresses, but there will be no strains.
Okay. What is the difference between truss and frame? Truss and frame.
So truss cannot take bending, but frame can take bending stresses also.
Okay. So when we are talking about centripetal and centrifugal, so what is the difference between them? Centripetal acceleration, centrifugal acceleration, or
Sir,
force, or force.
Sir, centripetal force acts inside towards the center, and centrifugal force acts outside.
So like if somebody is in circular motion, are you saying both are acting on that body
Yes, sir.
at the same time?
Yes, sir.
Both centripetal and centrifugal both are there.
Sir, if I am like rotating a body with a string, then my hand is applying the centripetal force,
Okay.
and if I release it, like if I release, then the centrifugal will occur. So after then it will follow a tangential path along the centrifugal force.
Okay. Fine from my side.
ओके विनीत आप अभी जाइए 5 मिनट्स बाद आप वापस आना है विल गिव यू द फीडबैक कंप्लीट फीडबैक
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Relax yourself now.
Yes.
Your interview is over. You are going to being given a feedback.
Yes.
यूपीएससी का तो ये पहला इंटरव्यू है ना आपका?
So first attempt, first interview.
हाँ, 23 में ही किया है आपने,
Yes.
राइट? तो पहले तो ये चेयर के पास जब आते हैं ना, थोड़ा सा पॉज देना है आपने खड़े होके.
Yes.
You have to wait for आई मिलेंगे आपसे, आपसे कहा जाएगा प्लीज टेक योर सीट. That's it all. There's a normal courtesy in the interview.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Dressing sense is fine, no problem. Will you get into the same kind of dress?
No, sir. I have another suit. I have given it for dry cleaning. So.
Okay, fine. So shirt should be of light color. There's no doubt about it, right?
Yes, sir.
Suit should be black.
Yes.
No brown shoes.
It is a
white mat
black only. Yes.
black. Socks also be of the dark colors, right?
Yes.
हाथ जो है आपके बिल्कुल ठीक रखे हुए हैं. टेबल पे रखना नहीं, ऐसे रखना नहीं.
Yes.
Otherwise posture is fine.
Yes.
And जो आप बहुत सारे questions में very smart question answering you are doing. Technical side they will give the feedback. I think, I assume that should be avoided. अगर आपने कहना भी है तो परमिशन लेके नहीं. जैसे एक बार आपने परमिशन ली थी, if you permit me then I can. तो अगर गैस के लिए टाइम वाइम किसी पे ज़्यादा है नहीं. They would like to explore your personality more on what you know rather than knowing what you don't know. You could understand.
Yes.
That is the point. And जो भी application form में लिखा है आपने, go by word and try to understand it in more depth. The question may come any question from anyone from the application. It's very easy for the interviewer to
Yes.
scan your application and question you, right?
Yes.
So when you say इन्होंने भी बहुत सारी चीज़ों application form से पूछा है. So more you get into that, उसमें कोई I think नहीं होना चाहिए because वो तो आप ही ने भरा है. उसमें तो there no assumption है,
Yes, sir.
right? And because you have been working with EIL, nobody has asked about EIL, but you should be ready for the EIL questions.
So I prepared it.
You're prepared for it, right? And technical side, I will not speak anything because they are all experts here. जो आर्किमिडीज का प्रिंसिपल आपने बताया था, जो कि बड़ा बेसिक प्रिंसिपल था, और वॉल्यूम इज द मेन थिंग इन दैट, तो वो आपने कहीं उस चीज़ को कई बार बोलने पर भी मिस किया है उसको, तो somehow this cannot be appreciated from an IITian here. समझ रहे हो ना मेरे को? तो बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज़ें हैं। और दूसरी बात है कि मतलब कोशिश करो कि जो मैंने बताया, अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग इट, कि आई थिंक इट, आई एज्यूम, विदाउट परमिशन मत बोलो। ठीक है, ओके, प्लीज कर।
ओके विनीत, कैसा हुआ आपका इंटरव्यू, आपको क्या लगता है?
सर मैंने फ्लूइड थोड़ा प्रिपेयर नहीं किया, बाकी तो ठीक हुआ सर फ्लूइड को छोड़।
ओके विनीत, 90% कैंडिडेट्स जो मॉक इंटरव्यू पे आते हैं या इंटरव्यू एक्चुअल भी देते हैं, मेरे को उनमें सबसे बड़ा क्या लगता है जो इम्प्रूव किया जा सकता है, कि वो लोग लगता है कि जब क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं ना, तो इंटरव्यू पैनल को सिर्फ आंसर जानना है। आंसर ही जानना होता तो फिर इंटरव्यू क्यों होता, तो रिटन टेस्ट एक और लेते ना। आपका वे ऑफ आंसर भी जानना है, किस तरीके से आप इंटरैक्ट कर रहे हैं, किस तरीके से आप बात कर रहे हैं, वो भी जानना है। अगर सिर्फ हमको आपका टेक्निकल नॉलेज ही जानना होता तो एक और ले लेते, या एक करंट अफेयर प्लस टेक्निकल का एक और पेपर ले लेते। तो आपके बहुत सारे आंसर ऐसे थे जिसमें आप सिर्फ आंसर मार रहे हो, मतलब जैसे आपने देखा होगा ना, बहुत सारे आजकल यूट्यूब पे चलता है, सोशल मीडिया पे, कि रैपिड फायर राउंड। सर ने क्वेश्चन पूछा, आपने रैपिड फायर मार दिया। जैसे मैंने क्वेश्चन पूछा एल्टीट्यूड और एलिवेशन का डिफरेंस क्या है, तो आपने कहा वन इज ऑन द बेस ऑफ MSL एंड वन इज ऑन द बेस ऑफ डेटम। अब वो मेरे को पहचानना है कि कौन सा वन डेटम के MSL का है, कौन सा डेटम का है।
तो कंफ्यूज था उसमें थोड़ा, तो हमारे याद आ गया।
ठीक है, तो आपको ये है। बाकी देखो, चेन के 2 करेक्शन होते हैं, टेप के 7 होते हैं। तो वो मेरे को क्या लग रहा है ना, कि जैसे आपका इतना अच्छा, मैं आपको पर्सनली बताऊं, आपके इम्प्रूवमेंट के लिए बता रहा हूँ, ऐसा टेक्निकल में ऐसा बात करते हुए मेरे को स्पेशली पता नहीं सर को भी ऐसा लगा नहीं कि आपका रैंक 11 या ऐसा आया है। उसका एक रीजन मेरे को लगता है कि जब आप गेट दिए, फिर इंजीनियरिंग सर्विस का मेन दिया, तो शायद उसके बाद आप शायद इतना टच में नहीं है, है ना, क्योंकि एक ऑल इंडिया रैंक जो आप गेट में 11 है, के बाद 20 आ रखा है, तो चेन के 2 करेक्शन टेप के साथ बहुत इजीली आप बता सकते थे। बाकी रोटरी और सिग्नल, फाइन इंडेक्स, डब्ल्यू इंडेक्स तो हाइपोथेटिकल लीजिए, क्योंकि कभी एवरेज इन्फिल्ट्रेशन होता ही नहीं है, वो तो हॉटन्स कर्व के साथ इन्फिल्ट्रेशन वैल्यू चेंज होता रहता है। बाकी आपका सही था, बस आप हमेशा ना, आपको कॉन्फिडेंस, तो आप इतने हजारों बच्चों में टॉप कैंडिडेट्स में हो जो वहाँ पे मॉक इंटरव्यू देने जा रहे हो, तो आपको तो कॉन्फिडेंस वैसे ही आसमान फाड़ देना चाहिए। हाँ, इतना नहीं आसमान फाड़ना चाहिए कि आप मतलब एग्रेसिव हो जाओ, इंटरव्यू वाले को ही ना समझो कि कौन है भाई तू, है ना, इतना ज्यादा भी एग्रेसिव नहीं होना चाहिए, पर कॉन्फिडेंस होना चाहिए, क्योंकि आप ऑलरेडी हजारों स्टूडेंट से यहाँ तक पहुंचे और ऑलरेडी प्रूव कर चुके हो गेट में भी 2 बार अपनी रैंक। ठीक है, तो कॉन्फिडेंस रखो, और हमेशा एक बात नोट करना या ध्यान रखना कि नॉलेज के साथ साथ वो आपकी डिलीवरी भी चेक करेंगे। वैसा रैपिड फायर राउंड नहीं होना चाहिए कि आप एकदम सर क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं, आप 1 लाइन या वैसा आंसर दे रहे हो। अगर उस आंसर को इलैबोरेट करके आप अपनी पर्सनैलिटी या नॉलेज को और एनहांस कर सकते हो, तो दैट विल बी गुड। ओके सर, आप बताइए।
मैंने जो विनीत जो पॉइंट्स ऑब्जर्व किए, कि कई बार आपने जैसे ही क्वेश्चन सुना, इमीडिएटली यू स्टार्टेड आंसरिंग, तो पॉज लेने के बाद यू बिकम मोर कॉन्फिडेंट, और यू वंस यू थिंक कि आपको बोलना क्या है, आप बोलने के बाद बीच में रियलाइज करते हो, इसलिए आप हेजिटेंट भी थे। कई बार 1 वर्ड में आंसर इसलिए दे रहे थे क्योंकि आपको लग रहा था अननेसेसरली क्यों प्रॉब्लम इनवाइट करूं, आता भी होगा नहीं भी आता होगा, बट आप अवॉइड कर रहे थे टू एलोबरेट। तो ये तब हो रहा है बिकॉज यू स्टार्ट आंसरिंग एट द मोमेंट द क्वेश्चन इज आस्क्ड। थोड़ा सा स्लो एंड टेक योर टाइम एंड देन आंसर इट, क्योंकि जैसा सर ने बोला कि आंसर से मतलब नहीं है, क्वेश्चंस कैन बी टफ, क्वेश्चंस कैन बी इजी, बट द वे यू हैंडल दोज क्वेश्चंस, द वे यू एक्सप्लेन दोज क्वेश्चन, एलोबरेट कैसे करते हो, दैट इज व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट। 1 वर्ड के आंसर कोई भी नहीं जानना चाहेगा, इट इज नॉट ए रिटन एग्जामिनेशन। दूसरा, व्हेन आई एम आस्किंग द क्वेश्चन, you make the eye contact with me only, but all the panel members are observing you, they are listening to your answers. तो जिसने पूछा है, ठीक है, it is good thing you make a eye contact, but try to make the eye contact after some time with all the members as well.
In between, I tried little bit.
And keep a little bit smile on your face.
Yes.
Don't be too nervous. क्योंकि आपने रिटन एग्जाम क्लियर कर लिया है, तो ये नहीं है कि आपकी टेक्निकल नॉलेज ही जज कर रहे हैं. सो इफ यू विल कीप ए स्माइल ऑन द फेस, द मेंबर्स विल आल्सो फील रिलैक्स्ड एंड they will let it go away if you commit some mistake here and there as well. तो एक स्माइल होने से the mindset of the panel members changes in your favor. उसके अलावा हाँ, क्योंकि आप एलोबरेट नहीं करते तो you do not bring the interview in your comfort area.
Yeah, that's very important.
क्योंकि एलोबरेट ही नहीं कर रहे आप, इसलिए हम दूसरा क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं. आप जैसे कुकिंग क्यों प्रेशर कुकर आपने यूज किया, वर्ड यूज किया कि प्रेशर कुकर यूज करते हैं, तो प्रेशर कुकर पे मैं क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा. तो आप प्रेशर कुकर वर्ड यूज कर रहे हो तो यू आर इनवाइटिंग मी टू आस्क सम क्वेश्चंस रिगार्डिंग दैट ओनली.
तो वो थोड़ा टेक्निकल
में हाँ, थोड़ा सा टेक्निकल में इश्यू है. और मैंने स्पेशली आपको लिखने के लिए बोला कि मैं ये जानना चाह रहा था कि आप इतना दूर बैठे हैं तो कितना आप बड़ा लिखते हैं, क्योंकि आपने थोड़ा छोटा लिखा है तो इट इज ए लिटिल डिफिकल्ट. आप ये मेंटेन रखना कि जितना दूरी पे हम बैठे हैं, भले ही एक पेज पे एक इक्वेशन लिखो, इट डज नॉट मैटर कि पेपर वेस्ट हो गया, बट आप ऐसे दिखा रहे हो, इतना डिस्टेंस अगर है और आप कुछ इक्वेशन लिख के दिखा रहे हो तो इट शुड बी क्लियरली विजिबल टू ऑल ऑफ द मेंबर्स. और ये जो एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म है सर ने भी हाईलाइट किया, काफ़ी क्वेश्चंस मैंने इसी से पूछे आपसे, और यू इन सम ऑफ द क्वेश्चन यू आर नॉट वेरी मच कंफर्टेबल, क्योंकि अगर इससे कोई क्वेश्चन पूछता है तो दैट शुड बी योर पॉजिटिव थिंग, दैट शुड बी द एडवांटेज फॉर यू. क्योंकि ये तो आप ही का है, इसमें कुछ भी क्वेश्चन जैसे पावर लिफ्टिंग, वेट लिफ्टिंग और भी कोई क्वेश्चंस हैं.
पावर लिफ्टिंग वाला तो आपने लिखा है ना, तो ब्लंडर है कि आपको एक भी उसका प्लेयर नहीं पता है. अब इसमें आप अपने मन से क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं, यार ये सर मेरे से ऐसा क्यों कह रहे हैं कि पावर लिफ्टिंग का मेरे को नहीं पता, क्योंकि पावर लिफ्टिंग मैंने हॉबीज में नहीं लिखा है, पावर लिफ्टिंग तो आपने अचीवमेंट में लिखा है ना. तो उससे वो आप वहाँ पे तो नहीं कह सकते हो, उस मेंबर को जो भी मन होगा वो पूछेगा आपसे. आप वहाँ पे ऐसे नहीं कह सकते ना, सर ये मैंने हॉबी इंटरेस्ट में नहीं लिखा तो आप इससे क्यों पूछ रहे हो, तो मेरा अचीवमेंट था. तो उसको अगर पावर लिफ्टिंग पसंद होगा या उसको नॉलेज होगा और आपकी हॉबी वाला टॉपिक उसको शायद उसके डोमेन में नहीं है, तो वो उससे भी पूछ सकता है.
सर मैंने टेबल टेनिस के तो प्रिपेयर किए थे, वो पावर लिफ्टिंग भूल गया.
टेबल टेनिस में भी स्पिन और स्विंग में थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजन ही रहा.
सब प्लेयर नेम आई प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर टेबल टेनिस, उसका है.
देखो इसमें तो जो लिखा है ना वो तो सब कुछ
कंफर्टेबल होना चाहिए.
ये मॉक इंटरव्यू है इसलिए ताकि और आप इंप्रूव कर सको इन सब बातों से और इंप्रूव हो सको. और मैं तो आपको बता रहा हूँ, आप समझो कि नॉलेज प्लस डिलीवरी दोनों है. अगर आपका डिलीवरी पॉजिटिव हो गया ना, इंटरव्यू वाले को मजा आ रहा है आपसे बात करके, यार कितना सही बच्चा बता रहा है, 2 3 4 5 लगातार गलत भी दे दिए पर कोई बात नहीं, उसमें चेहरे में तनाव नहीं आ रहा है, अभी भी ठहरा हुआ है, वो आपको मार्क्स देके जाएगा.
कई बार स्टार्टिंग में ऐसा हो जाता है कि क्वेश्चन, पहला ही क्वेश्चन तनाव वाला पूछ रहे थे, टेंशन वाला. मैंने ऐसे पूछ लिया कि व्हाट डिड यू डू द फर्स्ट थिंग टुडे और द बेस्ट थिंग टुडे, तो मुझे लगा शायद आप टेंशन में आ जाओ, आप कैसे हैंडल करोगे क्योंकि यू आर नॉट प्रिपेयर्ड. और ऐसा होता है. और
मार्क्स चेयरमैन के हाथ में, और चेयरमैन जो यूपीएससी में होंगे दैट में भी नॉट नेसेसरी सिविल के ही हो सकता है किसी और बैकग्राउंड के, हो सकता है टेक्निकल नहीं भी हो. तो चेयरमैन सर को आपका अगर पसंद आ गया तो हो सकता है मैं टेक्निकल में 5 जवाब गलत भी दिए तब भी आप 150 मार्क्स ले जाओ वहां से, क्योंकि आपके हाव भाव से, आपके आंसर देने से उसको पसंद आया उन्हें.
आप में पोटेंशियल है हाईएस्ट मार्क्स लेने का, और इसको ऐसे मत देखो कि नहीं कुछ मार्क्स आ जाए, डिसेंट से आ जाए. आप एम करो कि यू गेट द हाईएस्ट मार्क इन द इंटरव्यू. आप में वो पोटेंशियल है. आपके बहुत चीजें अच्छी, हम नेगेटिव इसलिए बता रहे हैं कि देयर आर एरियाज टू इंप्रूव. ये मत सोचना कि सर ने सभी नेगेटिव बता दिया तो मैं पास भी करूंगा कि नहीं इंटरव्यू. हाँ, टेक इट एज पॉजिटिवली एंड you will definitely accept.
ये सब पॉइंट्स लेते हो तो बीआरओ से डायरेक्ट सेंट्रल इंजीनियरिंग सर्विस पहुंच जाओगे.
तो वैसे तो सभी पॉइंट्स सर ने कवर कर दिए, मैं जो बोलना चाह रहा था वो सर ने बोल दिया एक्चुअली. तो टेक्निकल में तुम्हें बता देता हूँ कि एक तो मैंने सेंट्रीपिटल सेंट्रीफ्यूगल पूछा था. तो जनरली अगर एक स्टूडेंट आईआईटी जेईई की तैयारी करके पहुंचता है तो उसे बहुत अच्छे से पता होता है फ्रेम ऑफ रेफरेंस का आइडिया. तो सेंट्रीपिटल और सेंट्रीफ्यूगल की हम बात करते हैं तो वो सिर्फ एनालिसिस का फर्क होता है. 2 अलग अलग, मतलब एक स्यूडो फोर्स होता है सेंट्रीफ्यूगल, तो वो दोनों ऐसा नहीं कि 2 फोर्स लग रहे हैं एक बॉडी में, वो सिर्फ एक एनालिसिस है कि आप कौन से फ्रेम ऑफ रेफरेंस में कर रहे हो, इनर्शियल कि नॉन इनर्शियल. तो वो आपका आंसर गलत था. और जब मैंने आपको बोला था कि एक स्ट्रेस टेंसर की बात कर रहा था मैं, मैट्रिक्स दी हुई हो, तो जो मैट्रिक्स होती है ना उसकी आइगन वैल्यूज ही प्रिंसिपल स्ट्रेस होती है. जो मैट्रिक्स लिखते हो ना आप, सिग्मा xx, टाउ xy, तो उसकी जो आइगन वैल्यूज होती है वो प्रिंसिपल स्ट्रेस होती है, वो थर्ड मेथड होता है कैलकुलेट करने का, ठीक है। और इसके अलावा और तुमसे मैंने माइल्ड स्टील का पूछा था, तो वो मैं एक्सपेक्ट भी बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं कर रहा था, क्योंकि ये जनरली थोड़ा सा मैकेनिकल से रिलेटेड रहता है कि एक हीट ट्रीटमेंट काइंड ऑफ चीज़ होती है, तो वो जब करते हैं तो जो माइल्ड स्टील है वो रिस्पॉन्स, लो कार्बन स्टील रिस्पॉन्स नहीं करता, उसकी प्रॉपर्टीज को बहुत ज़्यादा इंप्रूव नहीं कर सकते, तो इसीलिए उसको मतलब माइल्ड बोलते हैं, क्योंकि रिस्पॉन्स माइल्ड है। बट ये क्वेश्चन लास्ट टू लास्ट ईयर किससे पूछा गया था, इसलिए मुझे लगा कि शायद टेक्निकल में तुम्हारे पास आ जाइए। तो बाकी सब तो सही था, और कोई भी मटेरियल जनरली कंप्रेशन में अच्छा होता है, ठीक है, उसके बाद शियर या टेंशन में। तो यही क्वेश्चंस थे जो आपने आंसर थोड़े से गलत किए।
बाकी अब आपके क्वेश्चंस क्या हैं कि कुछ क्वेश्चंस हो आपके?
हाँ पूछो, एनी डाउट्स किसी प्रकार का कोई?
सर मतलब वो आपने स्माइल का बोला, तो सर मतलब जब मैं बोलता हूँ तो फिर अगर स्माइल,
रिलैक्स रिलैक्स, उनका मतलब कि यू शुड लुक टू बी रिलैक्स्ड,
यस सर,
एट ईज, दैट्स ऑल। स्माइल का मतलब यही था, सो दैट यू डोंट लुक स्ट्रेस्ड,
यस सर,
वो नहीं होना चाहिए बस। सो इट विल गिव अ कंफर्ट टू दिस पीपल, दे विल अप्रिशिएट दिस पर्सन बस।
यस सर,
क्योंकि आपके लिए भी इट विल बी ए वन टाइम सरप्राइज इंटरव्यू, और इंटरव्यूअर के लिए भी इट विल बी फर्स्ट टाइम। ये ना होना चाहिए आप भी टेंशन में, आपको देख के इंटरव्यूअर भी
टेंशन में आ जाए।
यही पूछ रहे थे, कुछ और पूछ रहे थे?
हाँ बस यही था सर।
और एनीथिंग एल्स?
और कोई क्वेश्चन? पोस्चर, एंट्री?
वो तो सर ने बोला कि ठीक है, पोस्चर तो क्लीन शेव।
हाँ बिल्कुल।
एक बार सर ने कहा था जैसे चेयर में बैठने से पहले भी 2 सेकंड का पॉज देना है।
और
फर्स्ट टाइम तो सर मैं,
हाँ फर्स्ट टाइम आए थे, पर सेकंड टाइम भी वही करना है हर बार, जब भी बोर्ड पे जाके वही
प्रैक्टिस है ना। प्लस आप जब आओ तो सबसे पहले चेयरमैन को आपको एड्रेस करना है, विश करना है। उसके बाद अगर कोई लेडी मेंबर है तो लेडी मेंबर को करना है, और बाकियों को फिर आप अपना
नोट करना है,
नोट करना है मुंडी हिला के, मतलब वहाँ पे टोटल 1 चेयरमैन और 4 मेंबर रहेंगे।
सर मार्क्स बताओगे आप लोग?
मार्क्स हम टीम को बता देंगे, आप टीम से बता देना।
ओके,
अभी ले लेना।
ठीक है,
थैंक यू सर।
अच्छा मुझे यार विनीत एक लास्ट को ये चीज पूछी थी मेरे, तो जो आपने फोटोग्राफ लगा रखा है एंड व्हाट यू आर क्वाइट डिफरेंट यार।
सर वो कॉलेज में बाल बढ़ाने का शौक था सर, तो
अच्छा तो यही फोटोग्राफ उसमें चला गया क्या?
सर यही हर जगह यूज हो रखी है।
अच्छा यही हर जगह।
कोई सर
तो कोई पूछ सकता है कि यार तुम सेम पर्सन हो के नहीं? आप बिल्कुल बहुत डिफरेंट लग रहे हैं।
कोई सर पैन कार्ड के फोटो में भी ऐसे मोटी सी सोने की चेन करा के करते हैं और आईटीआर फिल नहीं कर रहे हैं, 2.5 लाख से नीचे।
यू आर राइट, गुड गुड।
और कोई क्वेश्चन?
थैंक यू,
ठीक है, ऑल द बेस्ट।
ऑल द बेस्ट बेटे।
All the best.